Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. Today I've got some of the biggest news of 2020 so far, all wrapped in one video. Starting with the official announcement of Intel's 10th gen desktop parts with pricing, the RTX 3080 Ti, 3080, 3070, and 3060 specs and dates leak, and Big Navi really is big. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, just as we saw rumored, Intel's entire 10th gen lineup was announced today. And it's essentially what we've been seeing for literally months now. Still, let's go over it. Plus we've got pricing, so that's definitely something new. Anyway, first up we have the boxes, which to me do look nice, but it's what you find inside that matters. And when it comes to that, we have the specs. And like I said, they're pretty much identical to what we've seen since 2019. Their 10900K is a 10-core, 20-thread CPU with a boost of up to 5.3 GHz. The i7s are now 8-core, 16-thread parts. And finally, all of their CPUs have hyperthreading. The real thing we didn't know until, well, a couple days ago since it was leaked, is pricing. And as you can see, the 10900K comes in at $488. Unfortunately for Intel, AMD's Ryzen 12-core 3900X can be bought for less. Of course, we've seen benchmarks putting the 10900K around the same performance, and we pretty well know it'll be a bit better in gaming. The issue is that it does so while drawing massive amounts of power. Plus, with 4th gen coming, they're about a year late. Of course, none of that may be important to you, and there's always something right around the corner, so it is understandable if you'd pick this up. Still, I think it's going to be a tough sell. Plus, as was leaked, you'll need a new motherboard. Oh, and the i3 10100 is the same $122 as the 9100, which means AMD definitely has a good place with their newest Ryzen 3s. Really, this is pretty much exactly what we knew would come. If you'd like, I can go over it more in another video, but for now, the parts should be available for pre-order on May 5th, with a full release on May 20th. And if you plan to get them online, shopping online isn't supposed to be hard, right? Then why is finding coupons such a chore? Well, it doesn't have to be with today's sponsor, Honey, the free online shopping tool that finds all the promo codes and applies them for you. So how does it work? Well, let's say you're shopping at one of your favorite online stores. When you go to checkout, you'll get a box that pops up and you just click Apply Coupons. It then scans for promo codes and that's it. Plus you can see all the deals right from the site. And with support for over 30,000 stores and over 100,000 plus 5-star reviews, what are you waiting for? You're losing money by not having Honey. So get it for free at joinhoney.com/gamermeld today. Next up for today, I've got a huge story that quite a few of you sent to me, so definitely thanks for that. Anyway, the story was originally found and shared by Guru3D, and according to them, in a tweet by KH Chia, who's a retired engineer that's gotten quite a few things right in the past, so this isn't just some random Twitter account. Not only that, but China Times also posted something similar. Now here's the crazy thing, both KH Chia and China Times later deleted their posts. As always, that doesn't mean it's not true, and in this case, I'd say it really lends more credence to it being true. So yeah, let's go over this. As you can see, KH Chia shared this graph that goes over specs for the RTX 3080 Ti, RTX 3080, RTX 3070, and RTX 3060. Starting things off, if this is true, the 3080 Ti is an absolute monster of a GPU, though likely with an equally monster price tag. I mean, we're talking nearly double the cores of the 2080 Ti. You'll also notice that it's built from the GA100, which given these numbers are correct, it would just about have to be. The issue is that there isn't a GA102, which is odd. Remember, the 2080 Ti was built from the Turing 102 GPU. The only thing I could think is that they're saving room for a possible supercard or something I'll go over in a second. Moving on, you can see the 3080 has far fewer CUDA cores, which may seem odd, but we've seen similar specs for the GA100, so this could happen. When we look at our T cores, the 3080 Ti also has nearly double the 3080, and it's the same for Tensor cores. And as we move across the board, we can see that each GPU is an upgrade of about what we would expect from a new generation. Nothing too big, but certainly a good enough jump. The outlier is definitely that 3080 Ti. But here's the thing, it makes sense, though of course this is still more of a rumor, but think about it. For quite a while now, Nvidia has had the crown for fastest GPU. Sure, it's at a hefty premium, but that's been their thing. Until now. See, hype has been really building for AMD's Big Navi, and Nvidia has seen what AMD has done to Intel as of late. Basically, I think Nvidia wants to guarantee they don't lose that title, even after Big Navi. Of course, that's just speculation based on this being true, so who knows. But that could be why they went for a full-on GA100. Regardless, the news doesn't stop there. The poster also claims that Nvidia plans to begin releasing their RTX 3000 series starting in Q3, and this is what China Times also reported on. They've been seeing big price drops from manufacturers and are hearing that things are gearing up for a Q3 launch. The question is whether AMD's Big Navi will be ready in time to compete. And that brings us to today's final story. According to a post that was originally on the PTT forums and later tweeted by Kamachi, which is really the main reason I'm discussing this, AMD's Big Navi really could be an absolute giant of a GPU. Literally. For those who may not know, I did a story not too long ago about AMD's upcoming GPU being as big as 505mm squared, which is actually twice the size of the 5700 XT's die. Well, this leaker is claiming the same thing, but they didn't stop there. They're claiming that all of next-gen Navi will be bigger, and this actually makes sense because AMD has to include special hardware specific for ray tracing, so they need more room. And that's actually one more point this rumor makes. The poster claims that just like Nvidia's Turing, AMD will only include ray tracing on their higher-end cards, which is actually a bummer if true since AMD seemed to suggest otherwise. Still, it's interesting to see how powerful AMD's upcoming GPU could be. Then again, even if they're able to get the boost from RDNA 2 to effectively get double the performance from the 5700 XT while not having double the space because they need to include ray tracing cores, it wouldn't stand a chance against that 3080 Ti if it's true. Then again, I'm sure it wouldn't be anywhere near as expensive either. So while that does it for today, do you think Big Navi will beat Nvidia's 3080 Ti, or is it hopeless? Let me know down in the comments below, and a huge thank you to Honey for sponsoring this video. And as always, have a great day.